Hello, and welcome to another edition of Hillbilly Chuck's Home Appliances. We're going to focus today on your washer and dryer. And if you ever have a problem with them, make sure you follow the following steps. Step 1, never call an appliance repairman. That's just a ripoff. You can do this yourself. You never need to have somebody else come out and fix your stuff. You're a grown man. You can do it. Step 2, get a bunch of screwdrivers. I prefer these red-handled ones because they got little rubber tips to them and they're good for gripping. And that's the secret to having a good old screwdriver. Grip and rip. That's all you need. Now today we're working on an LG True Steam Sensor Dry Dryer and a LG washing machine which washes your clothes. So when you get some dirty, you can clean them up. So this here's a steam inverter direct drive LG. Living good, you know what I mean? When you get to that big money, that's what you want to get. It's one of these front loader deals. And again, if they ever go down, don't pay somebody to come out and fix your stuff. That's just not the manly thing to do. So we're going to stop jawing about it, and we're going to start getting into the particulars of what's going on with her. So this here is a front, and as you can see, I've already removed the access panel. Allows you to get right down there to the electricals, and you can see I was safe. I unplugged that, because when you plug that into the outlet right there, that's when it electrifies. So we unplugged the electricals on this, and basically this is the part that your clothes get washed in. Gets all the skids and all the dirts out of it. So this here is real important to know that you don't want to break. This is concrete, and basically that's a ballast, so that way when she's swishing around in there, it stays nice and steady. Always want to make sure you got her on a level playing field, no rocky back and forties, and just basically take a look underneath there and see what you're going to break. So this here's the plugs that go into your panel. There's 3 of them. We got a blue one, 2 white ones. So I call this one Smurfette. And this here's your panel. This is the part that goes on the front of that there washing machine. Snaps right in place, boop boop, like that. So what we're doing is we've ordered us a used one off of eBay. It's actually about $100 cheaper than if you went to one of them big old fangled appliance stores and bought a brand new one off the shelf. This one was made about a year and a half before I bought the washing machine. So this was made in 2017. We've already replaced the old panel with the new panel. As you can see here, the new panel, well, she was made sometime in the past. And it was pretty simple getting her out. If you really want to know how to do it, you got to take this here soap tray out of the front of this washing machine, and then you take out 2 screws that go right here. Usually you want to get you a real good screwdriver like that one. That's made for cornering. That's NASCAR, and that's Indy style. So you want to make sure you get a real good screwdriver. Again, as many screwdrivers as you can get, that's what you want. And if you happen to lose one, don't worry, you got more. So as you can see here, this here's the drying machine, and she plugs right in there. She's got a big old heavy duty deal. And this here's the washing machine plug. Not so much, kind of looks like he's had a rough day. Maybe he's got a little tear going on, maybe a friend of his passed away, but that's what she looks like. Now that's a heavy duty 125 amp, 250,000 volt outlet that goes right into. This here's your washing machine, hot and cold. Now you know it's hot because red, and you know it's cold because blue. So when you get real steamed under the collar, you see Fred Flintstone turns red. And if you get real cold, well, your hands and lips and everything turn blue, and you start to get that hypothermia. Now this has got a real heavy duty Arm & Hammer system on there. She keeps it real nice and cool. Keeps your valves going at 90 series, half inch, yeah. And that there's the connector ports. Now what you really should have is you should have a steel braided line right here, because these will fail right here where they connect, because that's constant power going there with about 400 psi. So you should always have yourself not just regular rubber hoses, but like brand new steel hoses. But we're not going to do that. No. So this is where your power line comes in. You got 2 grounder-roonies right here that go into the frame. You always want to make sure you got fresh steel underneath there for them to bolt into. Now if you look, you'll see there's multiple holes here. And this has already been attempted to be fixed by a previous service guy. I'm just wondering if that's the situation that we got. But hey, what the heck, we're going to try and do everything except for check that out, because you don't need that. Then the power comes over here to some kind of voltage regulator, if you know what I mean. And that voltage regulator, well, it's just like a gosh darn alternator in your automobile. And that's going to disperse the electricity somehow. And kind of like, if you got a distributor cab, that's going to break down them 400 million volts coming in the house and going in your washing machine. So that way you don't have to worry about it just shooting all over the place. So we've replaced the panels on the front of this here deal and put in a real nice job installing that, and she didn't work. So now we're going to check phase 2. And because I've watched all your YouTube videos on the TV, I figured out that you guys don't know what you're talking about. So I'm going to take a little look-a-rooney down in here and see if I can figure it out. 4 is a switch for the door. So when you open your door, she's got a switcheroon right here. And in this switcheroon, that tells the washing machine if she's working or if she's not. Now, without getting into removing all this here fancy gadgetry, we're going to get a flashlight, take a look down in there and see if we can find a fuse. Because evidently, some guy on the internet said that there's supposed to be a switch down there and a fuse panel and whatnots. And we're going to take a look and see if we can find it. So bear with me, I'll be right back after this break. Maybe go get yourself a wobble pop and a little bit of old popcorn, and Chuck will be right back.